Maya screamed loudly. Her voice filled the quiet karate dojo in Manchester. She was in pain. Her body was pushed hard against a big mirror. Derek, a large man with big tattooed arms, held her tightly. He didn't let her go. Maya's heart was strong, but her body was shaking because of fear. All the students in the dojo stopped what they were doing. They were too scared to say anything. The air was hot and heavy. The floor mats made little squeaking sounds. Jason Statham walked in. His eyes looked serious and strong. "You hurt her," Jason said in a deep voice. He was angry. Derek grinned like he didn't care. He didn't move. He was daring Jason to fight him. Before we go further, tell us where you are watching from. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss Jason Statham's big fight. The Iron Fist Karate Dojo was full of energy. People were training hard. They were punching pads and shouting. The warehouse was in Manchester, and it looked old. The floor mats were worn out. The mirrors had scratches. The walls were full of marks. People's feet stuck to the mats because of sweat. The air smelled strong, like people who had been training a long time. The floor creaked a lot, like it was telling stories about past fights. Students were doing drills. Their breathing was loud. A mirror in the back made a soft clicking sound. It was like a warning that something bad might happen. The dojo was usually a safe place. It was a place for being brave. But now it feels scary. It felt like something bad was about to happen. A quiet place had turned dark. A fight between good and bad was starting right here, in the heart of the city. Jason Statham walked through the old door. He was calm but strong. He had trained in Muay Thai for many years. He had strong arms and a brave heart. He wore a simple gray t-shirt and jeans. He looked like a normal man, but he was very strong inside. Jason worked at a youth center nearby. He helped kids stay out of trouble. But he also had a past full of fights and pain. He remembered something from 2014. Back then, he didn't let Derek Lawson join a movie called Expendables 3. Derek had a criminal record. He had been in trouble for hurting people. Jason couldn't let him join. That moment made Derek angry for years. He never forgot. And now, he was trying to hurt Maya because of it. Maya had invited Jason to the dojo for a special charity event. She smiled warmly at him. She wanted him to see the work she was doing for the community. But Jason saw the worry on her face. His jaw tightened. He could feel something was wrong. The dojo air was hot. The mats creaked. A fight was close. Derek stood in the middle of the dojo. He was very big and wore a tight shirt that showed off his muscles. One of his arms had a tattoo of a snake. It looked scary, like he was showing he could be dangerous. He had been angry ever since Jason rejected him. That anger had turned into something worse, a deep need to show power. He was now a karate coach, but he was not kind. He was using his power in the wrong way. He was mean to Maya. He said bad things. He grabbed her during training. He wanted to scare her. He wanted to show that he was stronger. But Maya was brave. She did not give up. Even when Derek grabbed her, she didn't run away. She stood strong. Maya was 28 years old. She was a single mom. She had a little child at home. Her life was hard, but she was fighting to make it better. She came to the dojo to feel strong again. She wanted to learn how to defend herself. Even when Derek said mean things and touched her in ways she didn't like, she stayed brave. Her eyes showed how strong she was inside. She didn't want to let him win. Her feet stood firmly on the mat. Her breathing was slow and strong. She was not afraid. The dojo felt heavy. Everyone could feel that something bad was happening. The mirror in the back rattled again. Jason looked around. He could feel the tension. The students were quiet. Some looked scared. Others whispered, "He's too harsh. She's so brave." Some kids clenched their fists. Others looked down. The mats made creaking sounds. The air smelled like sweat and fear. Derek's eyes met Maya's. He sneered. She glared back at him. Her heart beat fast, but her spirit burned like fire. The room was silent. The fear was everywhere. But Maya's bravery was shining. Jason remembered everything. He remembered why he had said no to Derek. He remembered the assault charges. He remembered the look on Derek's face when he was rejected. And now, it was all happening again. But this time, Maya was the one being hurt. The floor creaked as Jason stepped forward. His eyes stayed on Derek. He was ready. Then Derek pushed Maya harder. Her back hit the mirror. His tattooed hand grabbed her wrist. She cried out. "Shut up or you're out," he growled. His voice sounded like a knife. His big body stood tall over Maya. His snake tattoo shone in the dim lights. Maya's heart beat faster. Her arm hurt badly. But she didn't fall. Her body shook, but she stayed strong. She would not let him break her spirit. The mats made soft noises under her feet. Everyone was quiet. Students looked around, scared. Some parents in the back held their seats tightly. No one spoke. The dojo was like a place full of fear. Jason was standing at the edge of the room. His t-shirt stretched over his strong chest. His eyes burned with anger, but he kept calm. "You hurt her," he said again. His voice was low and sharp like a sword. "Back off," he warned, "or I'll break you." Jason didn't want to fight. He believed in only fighting to protect others. But this was different. Maya needed him. Derek didn't stop. He smiled again. "You Hollywood reject," he mocked Jason. "You didn't pick me for your movie. Think you're a hero now." Derek pushed Jason's chest. His muscles flexed. His eyes looked wild. His voice was full of anger. The air felt thicker. The crowd started to whisper. "He's crazy," one student said. "Maya's so brave," a parent whispered. Maya's arm shook, but her eyes glowed with courage. She pulled her arm away from Derek. She looked at Jason. She trusted him. She believed he would help. Jason paused. He saw how strong Maya was. Even when she was in pain, she didn't give up. Her bravery reminded him of his own battles. The air got hotter. The mirrors shook slightly. The dojo was full of fear and hope. Derek stepped forward again. He shouted, "You're nothing, Jason." He swung his fist at Jason. But Jason didn't move yet. He was calm. He was watching. He didn't want to hurt anyone unless he had to. "You couldn't handle me then, and you can't now," Derek yelled. He threw another punch. Jason caught Derek's first mid-air. He held it tightly. "Enough," Jason said firmly. The crowd gasped. Students whispered. Parents sat up straighter. Some started clapping softly. Maya stepped back. Her bruised arm was shaking. But her heart was strong. Her spirit is still burning. Jason pushed Derek back. "This ends now." Derek growled. He tried to punch again. But Jason blocked him. With quick moves from his Muay Thai training, Jason flipped Derek onto the mat. The dojo shook. The mirrors rattled. The air was filled with loud cheers. "He did it!" a student shouted. "She's safe!" a parent cried. Maya looked at Jason. "Thank you," she whispered. Jason nodded. "No one hurts anyone here," he said to the class. Derek lay on the mat, groaning. He had lost. His anger and pride didn't affect Noah anymore. The dojo was quiet again. But this time it felt safe. It felt strong. Maya stood tall. Her arm still hurt, but her spirit didn't. She looked at the students. "We're all stronger than we think," she said. Everyone clapped. The dojo, once filled with fear, now glowed with hope. Jason smiled. The fight was over. But the message was clear. Kindness and courage always win. As Derek made fun of Jason Statham, his voice was mean and sharp, but still quiet like a snake. The hot dojo was full of people. Some parents were sitting nervously. Some were cheering. Students whispered quietly to each other, unsure if Statham would fight. The air felt heavy, and everyone was tense. Maya Carter stood nearby. Her arm had a big bruise, but she stood strong. She was scared, but brave. Her heart was full of courage. She didn't run. She didn't cry. She was there, showing how strong she was. The mirrors around the dojo made a soft sound, like they could feel something big was about to happen. Jason Statham stood still. He wore a tight gray t-shirt, and his strong muscles showed under it. He took a deep breath. He was calm, but his mind was busy. He didn't want to hurt anyone who didn't deserve it, but he also didn't want Maya to suffer more. He looked around, making sure no one else was in danger. He could feel how scared the students were. They whispered, "He's not moving." Their eyes were wide with fear. Parents held tightly to their chairs. Some whispered, "She's so strong." Their quiet voices carried a little bit of hope. Maya's bravery gave everyone strength. Maya's mother sat nearby, gripping her seat. She had raised Maya alone and now watched her daughter face something terrible. The dojo was hot and stuffy. It felt like a test. Would someone help her, or would they just watch? Derek got louder. He yelled mean things. "You ruined me, Statham. I was supposed to be in the movie." He talked about how Statham got picked instead of him years ago. He was angry. His fists were tight. His muscles are big. He stepped forward, trying to scare Statham. His past was filled with mistakes. He had done bad things like hurting people. He didn't like that Jason had chosen a better path. "Think you're a hero now?" he shouted, charging at him. His tattoos showed on his arms. He looked wild. The floor creaked as Derek walked closer. Students got nervous. Some said, "Maya's fighting back." But many were afraid. Derek was scared. His words were full of hate. "You're no star here," he shouted again. He swung his fists, but Jason didn't move yet. The whole room felt like it was waiting. A student leaned in, eyes wide. "He's got to do something," the student whispered. The mirrors gave off a quiet hum, almost like they were beating like a heart. The whole dojo had become a stage. Jason still didn't move. He breathed slowly, his body still but strong like steel. He remembered all his training in Muay Thai. He was taught to protect people, not to fight for fun. He looked at Maya again. Her bruised arm showed her pain, but her eyes showed her bravery. He remembered how Derek had done bad things before. He had hurt people. He had been angry for a long time. And now he was using Maya to get revenge. Jason knew he had to stop him. The dojo was so hot. The floor under his feet creaked. Everyone was quiet, waiting. Parents whispered, "He'll stop him." Students weren't so sure. Derek looked strong. Then, Maya's pain became too much to ignore. Jason felt her courage. She didn't give up. She needed someone to help. A parent shouted, "Help her!" Their voices were loud and desperate. A student yelled, "Go on!" Others started clapping. "He's a bully," someone whispered. "Maya's tough," another said. The air got hotter. The crowd started to believe. "He's the real deal," someone whispered about Jason. "He can stop him." Maya's courage glowed like a light. Her eyes are strong. Her small body was shaking but still standing. Her mother's strength was in her. Derek moved again, shouting, "Fight me, coward!" But his voice didn't sound as strong anymore. He was starting to get scared. Students whispered, "He's not so tough." Parents started cheering. The mirrors hummed louder. The heat pounded like a drum. Jason stayed calm. Maya stood tall. Her courage called out to him. Then it happened. The dojo exploded with noise as Jason Statham and Derek Lawson began to fight. The mats shook. The mirrors trembled. This wasn't a planned fight. It was real. It was powerful. Jason's Muay Thai training was like fire. Derek's anger was wild. The hot air made it hard to breathe. Jason's gray shirt stuck to his sweaty body. He moved fast. Derek punched wildly, but Jason moved out of the way. He was fast like water, smooth and calm. Derek shouted, "You're nothing." He swung his fist, but Jason's elbow struck him hard in the jaw. The sound echoed in the room. Everyone went quiet for a second. It was like time stopped. Maya's hope got stronger. Her pain felt lighter. Her eyes wide, watching Jason move across the mats. Derek fell back, breathing hard. Sweat poured from him. He couldn't believe what was happening. Jason was too fast, too skilled. His big body started to shake. His tattoos shone under the lights, but his strength was fading. His pride was hurt. He thought he was strong, but he was wrong. Jason didn't even want to be in this fight. But now he had to. Jason kicked Derek hard in the ribs. A loud crunch filled the room. It was for Maya, for the pain she had felt. Her strength gave Jason power. The dojo was burning hot now. Parents shouted, "He's got him!" Students stomped their feet. The mirrors flashed. The mats jumped under their feet. Jason moved like lightning. Derek kept swinging but missing. Another elbow hit his head. The sound was deep and heavy. The crowd gasped. Maya watched. Her hope is rising. Her pain is almost gone. Her bruised arm steady. Her body is still but proud. She had stood up. She had waited. And now someone was helping. A student cheered. "Take him down." Parents gasped. "He's no has-been," they said. Students clapped. Maya's safe. The mirrors shook. The air was full of heat and sweat. The mats bounced. Derek stumbled. His big body couldn't take more. He looked shocked. The bad coach was losing. His cruel words are now empty. Jason's shirt soaked in sweat, but he stood strong. His heart is full of grit. Derek painted. His swing slowed. His past catching up to him. His bad choices dragging him down. Jason kicked again. Derek groaned. His ribs hurt badly. He looked at Jason, eyes wide. His strength is gone. The fight left him. Parents shouted, "He's finished." Students stomped. Maya's tough. The air buzzed. The mirrors hummed. Maya stood proud. Her heart is brave. Her hope is strong. Jason's hits were like music, each one saying, "You can't hurt her again." The dojo had become a stage where right beat wrong. The crowd cheered. Parents yelled, "He's a hero." Students shouted, "Derek's done." The fight was over, and justice had won. Everyone was nervous. The students watched with big eyes. One clapped for Maya. Parents nodded. They believed in her. The dojo, the place where they practiced karate, felt hot and serious. The floor mats shook a little. The mirrors on the wall seemed to tremble. It was like the air itself was waiting for something big. Jason Statham, the karate master, moved with sharp focus. He was strong and calm. Suddenly, his elbow hit Derek's cheek. Crack! The loud sound echoed in the big room. Derek's knees bent. He looked like a big tattooed monster about to fall. The fight was wild like a storm. Maya felt the pain from her past. But also she felt hope. She had made a promise to herself, to stand strong, no or what. The crowd cheered for Jason. Students stomped their feet. He looked like a hero, unstoppable. The heat in the dojo made the air feel like steam. Sweat dripped. The floor pulsed like a heartbeat. Derek tried to fight back. But his punches were wild and didn't work. Jason moved like fire, fast and sharp. The mirrors on the wall seemed to hum, as if they believed in him. Maya's eyes shone bright. Her courage grew stronger. Everyone was watching. It was the final moment of the big fight. Jason's body glowed with energy. Derek's body was tired and heavy like a shadow. Justice was coming. The whole dojo roared. People shouted. The Iron Fist Karate Dojo was full of loud noise and strong feelings. The old mats creaked. Sweat dripped from everyone. The mirrors stood still, like they were holding their breath. Jason, full of power, used a fierce Muay Thai move. He jumped and hit Derek's ribs with his knee. Crunch! The sound made everyone freeze. Then came a heel kick. Snap! It broke Derek's arm. More punches. His nose broke, then his collarbone. Blood dripped. Jason hissed one word through his teeth. For Maya. The heat of the fight slowly faded. Voices became quieter. The dojo's air felt cooler. Maya stood still. Her arm was bruised, but strong. Her eyes were shining with new strength. She was not scared anymore. Her heart was full of hope. She had made a promise, to never let pain win again. Derek tried one last swing, but it didn't work. His big, strong body couldn't fight anymore. His eyes glazed over. His body dropped to the floor. He couldn't breathe well. His pride was broken. His bones hurt. His strength was gone. Maya had won. The people cheered. Students gasped. Parents jumped to their feet. The mats trembled under their feet. Jason's gray t-shirt was wet with sweat. But to everyone, it looked like a flag of victory. Derek's mind was full of pain and regret. His sneaky smile was gone. He remembered how he had once tried to join the Expendables 3, but Jason refused. Jason didn't want to work with someone mean and cruel. That rejection now felt like a deep wound. Derek's tattoos looked faded now under sweat. His nose bled. His arm hung loose. His collarbone hurt badly. Maya's pain had become her power. Her courage shined like a mirror of truth. She was stronger than he ever thought. The dojo cooled down. The mirrors were calm again. The voices softened. The crowd cheered again. A student clapped wildly. "He's down!" someone shouted. Parents yelled, "He's a hero!" Maya stood proud. She was strong. Her single mom strength was inside her. She had found her justice. The mats creaked under their feet. Jason's punches were still in everyone's minds. Every strike he gave was for Maya's pain. The dojo had become like a furnace, burning away all the bad. The big fight was almost over. Jason's skill looked like magic. His Muay Thai moves were perfect. One last elbow hit Derek's face. Crunch. Another knee. Crack. Derek's ribs groaned. The crowd gasped. The coach tried to help Derek, but it was no use. Derek was too weak. The people roared again. Students gasped. Derek was finished. Parents clapped. Maya was finally safe. The air cooled down. Sweat still dripped, but it felt peaceful now. Jason stood tall. His gray t-shirt stuck to him. His hands were strong and calloused from training. He had done it, for Maya. Maya's eyes sparkled. Her pain slowly went away. The dojo's mirrors reflected her strength. The crowd's hope felt like waves in the sea. Students clapped for her. Parents cheered. Derek's defeat was shocking but right. Jason's power lit up the whole room. The dojo was full of justice now. The crowd's cheer thundered. Parents shouted, "He's our hero!" Students clapped louder and louder. Jason had done it. The fear everyone felt had changed. Maya's victory shined like a light in the dark. Her bruised arm was like a badge of honor. Her heart beat strongly with courage. The heat in the room faded. The noise quieted. The mats creaked as people stepped. Jason gave one final punch. Snap! Derek's nose broke. Crack! His collarbone shattered. His body dropped like a bag of rocks. He was finished. The fight in him was gone. His meal plans were crushed. His past as a bully and a bad man was now a chain he couldn't break. The crowd let out a long breath of relief. Students gasped. Maya was free. Parents cheered. Derek is done. Maya's eyes burned bright. Her strength was aflame. The dojo cooled down. The mirrors were still again. Jason stood, his skills a victory. The fight was over. Derek's breath slowed. His eyes were cloudy. His tattooed arms shook. He fell again under Jason's powerful moves. His pride was smashed. Maya's pain was healed. Her justice was now a promise kept. The crowd roared like a song. A student shouted, "He saved her!" Parents jumped up. "He's a legend!" The mats pulsed. Sweat dripped. The air felt fresh. Jason's gray shirt was soaked, but proud. His Muay Thai skills burned like fire. Derek's broken body showed the end of evil. Maya stood strong again. Her eyes were bright. The crowd became a choir of claps and cheers. The dojo was a stage. Jason stood proud, like a light in the dark. The big fight was over. People felt safe again. The dojo's heart calmed. The mats creaked quietly. The cheers kept going. Students gasped in awe. Maya had found justice. Parents shouted, "He's the man!" Maya stood with her head high. Her bruised arm didn't shake. Her eyes glowed. Her heart had made a promise. Jason's skill was the end of the storm. The dojo was alive with hope. Derek groaned. He bowed his head in shame. His bones were broken. His shame was heavy. The crowd roared. Their hope burned bright. The big, exciting fight had ended. Justice had won. Maya's heart glowed like a light. Jason stood strong. The dojo's air cooled. It was time for peace. The Iron Fist Karate Dojo became quiet. The mat stood still. The lights softened. Derek lay on the floor, broken. He muttered, "I'm sorry." But it was too late. His bones were cracked. His arm, nose, collarbone, everything hurt. Blood dripped from his face. His tattoos faded under the sweat. His sneaky smile was gone. The Manchester warehouse, once full of anger, breathed out calm. Students whispered the truth. He bullied Maya for months. Parents gasped. He's done. Derek's name was ruined. People knew what he did. He had been bad for a long time. But now, he had to leave in shame. He tried not to look anyone in the eye. The crowd felt free. Maya had won. Her strength was back. The mirrors showed her shining heart. The dojo became a safe place again. Jason stood quietly. His gray shirt was soft. His hands were strong but kind. He touched Maya's shoulder gently. He said, "You're stronger than he'll ever know." His words were soft, like a warm hug. His heart was kind. Maya smiled. Her bruised hope was healing. Her eyes sparkled. She had the strength of her mother. Her heart had made a promise. Jason looked at the crowd. "Thank you to the fans who stood by Maya," he said. He didn't brag. He didn't shout. He was calm. His voice came from his strong heart. The crowd whispered in awe. "Jason's a hero," the student said. And he was. The parents nodded. "She is safe now." The dojo's air felt cool. Noah's soft light made the place calm. Statham stood tall, showing how brave Maya was. The mirror was quiet, like it promised to keep things safe. The crowd's hope was bright like a flame. People's eyes were shining, inspired by Statham's courage. Maya promised with a strong voice, "No more fear here." She asked others to help make the dojo safe. She started a safety team to change the dojo for the better. Her strong will was like a fire that brought parents and students together. "We will keep it safe," she said. The students cheered for Maya. Parents clapped their hands. "We are with her," they said. The crowd grew stronger with hope. Students told stories about how Derek scared them. He had threatened them too. Parents whispered, "We hope she stays strong." Maya's change was like a bright light. Her spirit was flying high. Her hurt arm was like a badge of bravery. Her courage was a promise. The dojo was quiet and calm. The lights got dimmer. The air was fresh. The parent safety team was a small fire, starting to grow. They were making a new plan. The crowd's hope was like a song everyone sang together. The students whispered, "He is more than just a teacher." Parents said quietly, "Maya is our fighter." Their voices were like a soft song. Derek was ashamed. He had a bad past. He was arrested before for hurting people. That was why Statham did not want him in the dojo. Derek's big tattooed arms showed his mistakes. He could never run away from what he did. The crowd felt even more relief. Students shouted, "She is free." Parents stood up quickly. Derek was finished. Maya stood tall and strong. Her heart was steady. Her pain was just a memory now. The dojo's mats were like a stage. Statham showed kindness and comfort to Maya. He said, "You can do this." His words helped her a lot. The crowd's fire of hope grew bigger. The mirrors showed Maya's strong promise. The air was cool. The dojo was now a safe place. Hope was growing. Derek said sorry quietly, but no one listened. His eyes looked away. He left the dojo fast. His good name was broken. He had charges waiting for him. His tattooed arms hung down. He was full of shame. The crowd cheered loudly. Students whispered, "He is gone for good." Parents nodded with happiness. Maya's justice made the dojo quiet and calm again. The lights softened. Noah was still. Statham's kindness was a promise. Maya's change was a spark. Her spirit was a bright flame. Her courage was a call for everyone. The parents worked together, joining the crowd. "We will protect them all," they said strongly. Their voices were firm. The dojo's air was fresh and cool. The crowd's hope was like a shining light. The students whispered, "She is unstoppable." Parents cheered for Maya's strength. The mirrors stayed quiet, keeping their promise. The dojo was born again. Justice was a promise. Statham stepped back, his boots making soft sounds on the mats. He left the dojo. The crowd whispered with respect, "He is a legend." Students whispered, "He saved her." Parents were quiet, filled with awe. The lights got dimmer. The air stayed cool. People helped Maya get training in women's self-defense classes. Her spirit was flying high. Her strength was a promise. The dojo was calm. Noah was still. The crowd's cheers were slowly quieting. Maya's justice was a bright light. Statham quietly left, starting something new. The parents' team was a fire, growing stronger. The mirrors showed hope. The big story of Maya's win was like a bright light. Derek's quiet defeat was a lesson for all. The dojo's pulse was soft and ready for a new story to begin. The Iron Fist Karate Dojo was calm and peaceful. The air was soft and full of hope. The lights went down gently. The mats were cool underfoot. Soft footsteps faded into the night of Manchester. Jason Statham stood there with a bright promise. He showed strong power, making the dojo like a family that fights against cruelty. Maya Carter's story of bravery made the dojo a safe place where fear turned into friendship. It was a bright light for tired people. Statham's courage was a steady flame. He broke Derek Lawson's bad rule, turning his meanness into dust. The student stories made Manchester stronger, spreading like waves through the tough streets. A small spark lit justice where there used to be shadows. The dojo's heartbeat was a quiet hum. Hope was growing like stars in the dark sky. The mirrors showed a new community. Its heart was a light full of strength. Derek was left out by everyone. He slipped into the shadows with his shame like a heavy coat. His tattooed arms were a sign of disgrace. The snake tattoo faded under the weight of his quiet leaving. He was once a mean coach. His pride was burned when Statham said no to him for a group called Expendables 3. Derek had a bad record for hurting people. Now he thought about what he did. His broken bones showed a lesson. His black eye was a lesson too. He looked away and left the dojo. The dojo was calm like a full stop. The mirrors were quiet. His defeat was a promise. The air was fresh. The students told stories. His leaving was a small whisper of change. The mats were cool. His shame stayed for a while. Hope stayed strong. True heroism was a spark. Courage was endless. Maya's strength was new. She was a guide for tired souls. Her courage made a bright path for others. Her lessons were like a shield for many women. Her bravery was a flame that burned away fear. The single mom's heart, once hurt, was now strong like a sword. Her justice was a bright light leading classes to teach women to stand tall. Her spirit was a promise. Her bruised arm was a badge of winning. The parents' promise was a fire that made change. Their eyes shined like lights. "No more pain," they said. Their voices were strong. The students told stories that spread far. "Maya is our hero," they said. Parents nodded. "She is unstoppable." The dojo was calm and quiet. The air was soft with hope. The lights dimmed. The mirrors showed a strong future. A community was made stronger. Courage was a fire that warmed the night. The crowd all stayed brave. The students whispered, "Statham is a legend." Parents whispered, "Maya is our strength." Their voices were like a song. The dojo changed. It was a small spark of hope. Stories of Statham's strong fight spread far. It was a promise to stop cruelty. The mats were cool. The air was fresh. The lights slowly went out. A new day was coming. Maya's strength was new and bright. She helped many people. Her class was a safe place. The parent safety team was on fire, bringing the dojo together. They promised to protect everyone. Their promise was strong. The students told happy stories. She changed us, they said. Parents cheered for her big heart. The dojo's beat was soft. Hope was a bright light. Justice was a promise. The mirrors were quiet but promised to keep their word. Courage stayed strong. A new story was starting. Statham's heroism was a quiet fire that left a strong mark. His kindness was a bright light. Maya's justice was a promise. The dojo was new again. The crowd's hope was a bright fire. Parents shouted for Maya's strength. Students clapped for justice. The air was soft. The dojo was calm. Stories were told, making Manchester stronger. It was a call for justice. The mats were cool. The story of victory was a promise. Derek's change was a lesson. Maya's path was a guide. The dojo's heart was a light. Its story was a flame. The mirrors showed hope. Courage was a call. The air was fresh and cool. The night was soft and full of promises. If you believe justice wins, stand tall like now. Tell us how you would fight for justice with a brave heart like Maya. Share your story. Spark a flame. Make a change. If you like this story, tell me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more fun adventures and mysteries. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.